Hello, Stacy. Hi, it's Jeanette Kopecki, your Sensi Independent Consultant. How are you? Great, great. Good to hear it. Is it okay for me to talk to you right now? Are you busy? Can I speak with you briefly? Great. Hey, I just wanted to make sure that you received your hostess packet, and I wanted to just follow up and find out if you had any questions in regards to it. There's quite a bit of information in there, but I just wanted to make sure that you felt comfortable with everything there. Great. Yes, you have plenty of catalogs. Feel free to give them out as you'd like. There's also some extra samples I put in there for you, so you can absolutely share those with other people, or you can use them for yourself. Great. Well, I'd like to be able to entice you with a hostess bingo that I'd like to be able to set up for you. I'm going to email you that hostess bingo form to be able to get you excited of filling that out. And when you do, guess what? You get extra prizes on top of the free and half-priced items that you're going to get at your party. So look out for that, because that's going to be coming to you soon. And then I will not be contacting you again until about next week, about a week out before the party. But if you have any questions, Stacy, just feel free to give me a call. You have my information and my number. You have that information in front of you now, right, in that packet? You see it there? Great. All right. Well, we're going to be discussing a little bit more about your invitations. I will put that in an email for you as well. And I'd like to just find out, how you want to go about doing that. But I am going to send you a link for the party planner, which is going to be able to allow you to invite your friends and family on an amazing tool that we have. So keep that in mind, and I'll be talking to you soon. In the meantime, give me a call if you have any questions. You have a wonderful day, Stacy. Bye-bye. Hi there. I was on a phone call, as you can see, but my name is Jeanette Kopecki, independent consultant for Sensi, and I am here today going over host coaching. Now, if you missed session 1, you're welcome to go back into my YouTube channel under Inspire You University and be able to check out session 1, because this is a follow-up to that. So we're talking about host coaching today, and we're going to discuss 6 main parts to my hostess coaching on this session too. The main thing that we're going to start off talking about calling your host, which you already experienced. So as you listen in on my conversation, you could tell that I was upbeat. You could tell that my demeanor was excitable. You always want to make sure that you're doing that with your host, and we'll talk with that a little bit more as we go into discussing each topic. But calling your host. The second part was talking about how you're going to deliver the invitations, whether it be email, whether it be invitation, physical invitation, whether it be party planner, which we'll discuss briefly as well. We want to make sure that we are clear with your hostess and give them every opportunity in how you can help out with that. Also, you want to ask your hostess to compile a guest list for the email, which is what we did partly on session 1, but we're going to put that into action now. The next part is you're going to coach your hostess on the importance of over-inviting, and we're going to talk about that a little bit more. You're also going to encourage your host to start making a wish list, and we'll talk about the importance of that. Lastly, we're going to also keep talking about communication. As in session 1, we talked a little bit about keeping the lines of communication open, and we're going to make sure that we're doing so in session 2, because I want to really reiterate that to you this time as well. So let's get started. So in the host call, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I talked briefly about how you want to stay upbeat with your customer or your host. It's crucial. If you call the customer and you're sounding like a downer, hi, this is Jeanette, how you doing? It's going to reflect on them as well. So you want to make sure that you're completely upbeat with them. You want to make sure that you're spreading that Sensi sunshine, which is what it's all about. Now, obviously, you're not going to be like me. I obviously am very high strung, and I am crazy and loud and all of that. So I tend to operate that way, but just be yourself. Be yourself and be friendly, and make them seem as though you are excited about being able to come and share that opportunity with them and their friends. Making sure that they we're able to look at the host packet. Now, sometimes people will receive that host packet and will never open it. So just verify with them that they opened it up and that they're taking a look at it, and that there's any questions. You can ask them about the letter that you gave them to make sure that they did receive the letter and that there were any questions on that. If you did listen in the phone conversation, I did tell them that I sent samples. And the last session 1, I did not discuss that I do put additional samples in there for them to try. And that's great because people love samples. Samples don't cost very much. It could be a piece of wax, it can be a piece of body care, it could be a piece of whatever you choose, laundry product, whatever you choose to put in there, something simple that they can try out ahead of time. Next on the session 2 that we're going to talk about is decide together what type of invitations you're going to use. Now, is there a specific one that's better than others? I'm going to tell you the truth. I think you should do it all. The reason being is because people love mail. Lots of people are on social media today. Lots of people like emails. Lots of people don't like emails. People will accept texts. People love phone calls. Sometimes they do, or sometimes they don't like phone calls. But I'm going to recommend that you run all of them. I recommended in the session 1 to have your hostess let you know information about your customers so that you can pre-address postcards to be able to send off. I do this as a service for my customers. When you get this out of the hands of your host and you put that in your hands to do and handle for them, it's just so much easier and so much more of a pleasant experience for your host or hostess, okay? So I'm going to pick one thing to show you today, and that's going to be on the workstation. So on the workstation, remember we were talking about how you can get in there and you can do the party planner. Well, we're going to go into our workstation now, and we are going to, sorry, I just went in there for a second. I am going to show you how to do the party planner, how that party planner works, okay? So here we go. Now, how do you get into your party from here? This is, again, your workstation. The tabs are across the top. We're in the Orders tab. We don't go over here because that's where you created the party to begin with from session 1. You can go back and check that out. We're going to find your party in the Pending Orders. So as I clicked on that tab, it should open up if it's not going to glitch out on me. And there it went. So let's put my consultant ID back in there. And sometimes it does that. When there's not a lot of activity, it'll log you out. So once again, we're back in the workstation, clicking on pending tabs, and there you have it. You see I created Jeanette party in there. So we're going to go ahead and edit that. Okay. So we're back in the editing part of this. And as you can see, it's a home party. It's on the PWS, but this time we're going to click yes on the party planner. We're going to also click continue again, and it's going to open up a whole brand new screen, a screen that you didn't see when we initially started session 1. Here is where you can actually personalize your email message below. You can add something in there like, I'm so excited to party with you. And as you put that in there, it adds it below in the email that is going to be sent off to your host. As you can see, it's right there. I'm so glad you're hosting a Scentsy fragrance party. I'm so excited to party with you. Okay? So as you can see, it has all this information here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to press send email. And then we're going to go to the next step. There you are. So guess what? Now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to X out of that little thing that we had there earlier from session 1. And we are going to now look for my Scentsy party. Now let me go back in there one more time to make sure that it was sent. Continue. here's another little button down here I wanted to show you. Send a copy to my email. If you want to get a copy of what was said, you absolutely should click that. Okay, there it goes. You see that little strip up there? It says the email was sent successfully. Again, we're moving to the next step. Okay, so now we're going to come back here. Here you are. It pops right up. Scentsy Incorporated. Get your Scentsy party started. Now, this is in the email, okay? Voila, you click on it. It opens up the email that came directly from you, and now your hostess can click on Visit the Party Planner. When they click into that party planner, it opens up an area where you can log in. They can create their account, logging in with an email, or they can log in through Facebook. So we're just going to go ahead and create one here. Let's do there. Log in using email. So we did that. Now guess what opens up, guys? Here we are. It's an area where you can personalize your message. Hi there, folks. We are having a party. You see how it adds it over here? You can now either change the photo or you can keep it as it is, and you can preview the email. This is what's going to be sent out to the guest. Isn't that great, guys? Tells you about the party, tells you an invitation there, and then it comes down here and it customizes it, make it here. Guess what? Now it also says RSVP, yes, maybe, or no. It'll also map it out for where the party is going to be held. Genius, right? So I really wanted you to know about that opportunity because it's a great way to be able to have that in a couple of steps out to the guests. Your host, if you can walk your host through that process, it is so easy. You can see it just took me seconds to be able to go through there. It takes you a few minutes to be able to learn how to get in there, but once you know how to do it, it's simple. Piece of cake. So that was how you actually use Party Planner. Social media. Lots of people get stuck in social media. I don't recommend to just send out a mass invite for social media. It is okay to go ahead and do that, but you want to make sure that you invite other avenues, other ways to be able to get the most that you can, the most impact for your party. Which leads me into compiling the guest list. Now, it's obvious that with some people, and don't hesitate to think about inviting, don't not think about inviting people from outside of your hometown where the party is going to be held, because those people can actually go onto your website and be able to purchase on there too. We can send them handy information. We can even send them wonderful samples ahead of time so that they can be involved. Facebook now allows us the opportunity to create a Facebook party alongside our home party, which is another subject as well. We won't get into that, but it is an option for you if you choose to have that done. Okay, over invite. Over invite, you guys. The key to a successful party is to remember this ratio. For every 10 people you invite, 3 people are going to show up. So if you invite 100 people, 30 people are going to show up, okay? Always remember that, because it's almost like clockwork. It's the same every single time, that when you over-invite, not all of them are going to show up, but it's going to ensure your success. And as we're starting to set this party up in advance, you're helping them to have a successful party. See, it's not just on them, it's on us. Okay, the next part is the wish list. So I'm going to show you what I do for my host with a wish list. Okay. Can y'all see that? I hope you can. Let me see. Maybe not. You can't see it. Nope, can't see it. Okay, so I'm just going to share it with you. I'm just going to tell you about it, okay? So a hostess bingo challenge is really important, and I'm just going to read off a couple of sections of that hostess challenge bingo. Actually, I'm going to pull it out of my file to show you guys, because I really, really want you to see this. So hostess bingo, or the hostess challenge, is amazing. A great help in showing you and your hostess how to really benefit from their party. So it's not enough that they have free and half-price product that they're going to receive for their party. This is a great way to entice them to set up the party ahead of time. Okay, I do this with almost every single one of my parties, whether it be a basket party, a home party, or a Facebook party. I do this. Now, what does each one of these squares say? I'm going to give you the instructions on how it works. So it says, post this on your fridge and put an X over each task you complete as you are planning your Scentsy party. The tasks go from left to right and top to bottom to help you plan and host a successful show. For each entire row you cross out, you will get a gift from me. If you get a blackout, I will give you an even better gift. If there is anything I can do to help you with Scentsy party, please don't hesitate to give me a call. And guess what? Once again, it's labeled, voila. Okay, so on some of these squares, you can kind of create what you want, but this is what my squares say. Email me your guest list by, boom, there you go. You give them a date, you have them stick to that date, and they have to email it to you by a certain time. Return your invitation list with contact information for at least 30 adult guests to me by, again, you set a date for that. And why are we setting it for 30 adult guests? Is because we know if we invite 30, we're going to get 10, right? Okay. Call everyone on your invite list and invite them to attend your event. Email doesn't count. That's another great thing. As you can see, we've also added a couple of little free squares, so it gives them a little opportunity to be able to work their bingo. Hold your show on the original date scheduled. Perfect one, right? Have 10 or more purchasing guests at your show. How about meet with me to learn more about the business opportunity? Schedule another party with me 3 months from your show, just in time for your guests to reorder. Make remind calls to your guests 1 to 2 days before your show. So these are all really great things that they can do. And again, they're receiving prizes. Now, your prizes don't have to consist of anything big. Again, they can be samples. It can be something that's not even Scentsy related. It can be a wonderful candy bar. It can be their favorite flower. It can be whatever you choose. But it's a great way to be able to entice your host to be able to get their list together. Now, also along with this is really important to be able to make a wish list. So I highly recommend that you have your host go through the catalog and mark things up. I mean, have them write in it, or take a piece of paper, fold down the corners, make notes in the catalog of items that they really love, things that they want to have, things that they gotta have, and then things that they just, maybe they can't afford, or maybe things that are a little bit of a stretch for them. Make sure that they make that list for you. The important for that is so that they can set goals. Goal setting in any situation is extremely important. Just like with you setting a goal for your party of making sure that you have 3 host packets and 3 possibility packets for joining is really, really crucial. You want to pass that on to your hostess as well, because you're actually teaching them what you do. Okay, last but not least is the communication. Now, as you can see on the phone, again, I set it up ahead of time that I would be calling my host back in about a week, okay? So let them know when you'll be contacting them again. One thing I didn't do on the phone is you can ask them, how can I reach you next? Would you like me to text you? Would you like me to call you? Would you like me to email you? Always ask that question so that you show them that you actually care And that even if they have a busy lifestyle, maybe they're a full-time employee somewhere, maybe you want to show them and set it up for them that it is valuable. They are valuable to you and that their time is invaluable to you. So you want to make sure that you stay right within those guidelines. That's about it, guys. Things up, and you're going to be well on your way for a successful party. Now, I'm available for you to connect with. You can actually, if this is on YouTube, you can actually connect with me down below, contact me there, or you can contact me via email at jkchicsense, jkchicsense @gmail.com. You can also contact me on my Facebook page on Jeanette Kopecky, Independent Consultant, and you can ask any questions that you have there. But for now, I wanted to just leave you with session 2 and all of those big things that we had to be able to cover. They seemed like a lot, but they weren't. They really are crucial. And the next time we meet, we're going to be discussing session 3 a week before the party and what to do then. So in the meantime, keep your chin up. Have yourself an amazing day, and we're looking forward to an amazing party because we're off to a really great start. You guys have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.